a wall, Raja Fatima was different than the other girls. While many girls talk to sing or sing, Raja Fatima not doing that. She would often sneak into the royal library. Sneak, sneak, sneak. Reading some book, reading some letters, and everything. Even the book of ancient Malay wisdoms. How to serve her people. As she grew older, everyone was changed, so did the challenges on her land. A full range powers with the townships and loud cannons began to enter the Riau archipelago. They broke trade, but also demands. They offered alliances, who asked him to return to Malacca and was given the task of becoming the Malacca admiral again. One day, Hang Tuah sailed to China, and the Chinese port, his entourage had a disagreement with the Portuguese. On the way back to Malacca, they were attacked by the Portuguese. But Hang Tuah was able to overcome their attack and survive. Meanwhile, the Portuguese governor of Manila was furious upon hearing reports of defeat and launched an attack on the Straits of Malacca in return. Ultimately, the war ended with a winner or loser. After recovering, Hang Tuah retired from his post as admiral of the Malayu hero Hang Tuah. Once upon a time, there lived a certain hero named Hang Tuah. When he was a kid, he lived in Batam Island with two of his parents, Hang Mahmud and Dang Badul. There, they lived in the Straits of Riau. Their king was Sang Panyaka, son of the High Lord Sang Sapurba, who ruled at Singutang Hill. Hang Mahmud predicted that his son would become a famous person. Little did he know he would actually become one. But he met with many pirates. What was so curiousness, they were able to defeat all of them. The news was heard by the treasurer of the Supreme Lord of Bintan, who was very amazed by the bravery. One day, Hang Tuah and his friends met another band of enemies, and they were able to defeat all of them once again. They were trying to attack the treasurer. After that incident, the treasurer promoted them to be recruited by the king. When the king knew about this, he got very furious. He asked the treasurer to banish Hang Tuah. But the treasurer didn't, because he knew Hang Tuah was innocent. After this incident, the treasurer told Hang Tuah to...
He lived on Bintan Island with his parents, Hang Mahmud and Dang Badul. They stayed near the Straits of Riau, ruled by the king Sang Maniaka, the son of High Lord Sang Sapurba, who ruled from Singutang Hill. Hang Mahmud once said to his son, "My son, I think one day you'll become a famous man." And he was right. When Hang Tuah turned that, he set sail across the South China Sea with his four close friends, Hang Jebat, Hang Kapsuri, Hang Lekyu, and Hang Lekyu. On their journey, they encountered many pirates, but thanks to their bravery and courage, the boys managed to defeat them all. Word of their heroic deeds spreads quickly, and one day, Hang Tuah and his friend saved a treasure from a band of enemies trying to attack him. Impressed, the treasurer invited them to serve under him. Hangtuah managed to switch his dagger with Taming Sari's magical kris. With the magical kris in his hand, Hangtuah struck repeatedly. In the end, Taming Sari was defeated, and Hangtuah gifted Taming Sari's magical kris for his bravery and Tun Bijaksura. They had been sent to bring Hangtuah back to Malacca, ordered by the king. And so, the Ratna and Tun Teja joined their journey to the Malacca as well.
Myself, because, well, it's always nice to know something with you, right? My name is ke-23 and I'm 9th grader. Today, I'm so excited to take you on a little journey through the story I have prepared. I believe stories aren't just words, they are magic that can bring us to the new world. So, sit back, open your imagination, and let the story begin. This is the story of Datuk Laksamana Raja di Laut, the legend warrior of Riau. My name is Ali. I am ready, Your Majesty. The Sultan was shocked. You are brave, Ali. From this day, you shall be known as Datuk Laksamana Raja di Laut. Protect our people and bring back peace for our water. Ali moved deeply. He answered louder. Run away, you cowards! Tonight we will take your treasure! Datuk Ali replied fiercely. Not this time! I am Datuk Laksamana Raja di Laut, and you won't touch my people again! The battle was fierce. Sword blast, cannon fired, but Datuk Ali never gave up. For Riau, for our people, he sang. Finally, please spare us, Datuk Ali responds.
order to stop Japan. What followed was one of the greatest duels in Malay history. The two warriors, once brothers in arms, fought for days, steel classes, heartbroken, and in the end, Hang Jebat was fought by his best friend his daddy, but at a terrible cost. So, this is the end of Hang Tua's story. Thank you!
Hang Tua and his friends were able to defeat all the pirates. The news was heard by the treasurer of Supreme Court of Bintan, who were amazed by their bravery. One day, the Supreme King would find a new capital. So, the Supreme King, his bodyguards, Hang Tua and his friends went sailing to the South Malacca and the Singapore Sea. They are fighting the pirates. Even without a weapon, they use his knowledge of Silat to defeat them and defend his people. Their bravery is caused an attention from the Sultan of Malacca.
He lived at Bintan Island with his parents, Hang Mahmud and Dang Merdu. They lived at the Straits of Riau. Hang Mahmud predicted that his son would become a famous person.
Hang Tua, my beloved son, I believe that you will be a great person,
said Hang Mahmud. When he was 10 years old, Hang Tua went sailing to the South China Sea with his friends, Hang Jebat, Hang Kasturi, Hang Lekir, and Hang Lekir. In their journey, they met with many pirates. One day, Sultan of Bintan wanted to marry the daughter of Majapahit in Java. I want for a trip to be prepared to Majapahit, said Sultan of Bintan to Hang Tua. Hang Tua would always spend the money of the kingdom. He wasted the money. Hang Tua was shocked to hear the news. The tactic by beating the kingdom officer was success. Hang Jebat and Hang Tua fought. Unfortunately, Hang Jebat was killed by Hang Tua. Hang Tua felt sorry, but Sultan of Bintan said that Hang Tua was a hero for killing the rebels. One day, Hang Tua had a duty to India to build a convoy of wild horses. Hang Tua was challenged by the King of India to build convoy of wild horses. Successfully, Hang Tua faced the challenge. Indian King and his officers were amazed. Can call me Azim. Now I am in 9th grade junior high school for Batam. And the moment is very nice story. It's Indonesian photo central of Java. It's the golden smile. Long time ago, we are a couple of husband and wife. They were Prince Raden Putra and Dewi Limaran. They lived in palace. Prince Raden Putra's father was a king of the kingdom. One day, Dewi Limaran was walking around in the palace garden. Suddenly, she saw a snail. It was so ugly and surprised to see a golden snail in her neck. The Shih Tzu ate and brought it home. Well, ladies and gentlemen, when the old woman woke up in the morning, she was surprised that her house was in good condition. The floor was swept
Of the real jungles, who stood as a protector of her people and the land they loved. Long ago, in a small village near the Siak River, lived a young woman named Siti Zahara. She was a daughter of a healer and was known for her deep connection to the nature. The elders believed she was chosen by the spirit of the land, hiding meaning within folk tales. Soon, even the Dutch feared her. They called her the spirit woman of Rio. But for her people, she was simply that Sahara, the sister of the land. Though Siti Sahara name may not carved in the stones or written in the page of the storybook, her name will always live in on the river, the trees, and the heart of people of Rio.
Name Datuk Laksamana. Datuk Laksamana had two great commanders, namely Panglima Umar and Panglima Hasan. Panglima Umar, who was someone trusted by Datuk Laksamana. Wherever problems occurred in the kingdom, Panglima Umar would be the one to solve them. One time, Panglima Umar liked a girl, and he told Datuk Laksamana to marry a girl named Zubaida. Panglima Umar's request was welcomed by Datuk Laksamana and a large wedding party was held. But Panglima Hasan disliked this marriage because he also loved Zubaida. He was jealous and he wanted to steal her set, so the lancang kuning was worked day and night so it could be finished and launched as soon as possible. When the lancang kuning was almost finished, a strange rumor spread. People said Batik Sanggoro, the sea ruler, had provided fishing in Tanjung Jati. Datuk Laksamana, if he wants to launch the lancang kuning, someone will have to sacrifice a pregnant woman with her first child. Datuk Laksamana was shocked and sad, and he decided to postpone the launch indefinitely. When he got the chance, Panglima Hasan asked Zubaida to be his wife, but Zubaida refused Panglima Hasan's wishes because he loved her husband, and she didn't like Panglima Hasan. Because of this refusal, Panglima Hasan felt humiliated and his anger overwhelmed him. And Panglima Hasan fell into the sea. A big wave and hurricane once came, and the lancang kuning sank into the sea of Tanjung Jati. That's all for me. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Tengku Fatima was born into the royal family of the Liga Sultan in the 18th century. But don't be mistaken, she was not just a royal living in comfort. She grew up watching how her people suffered under Dutch colonial control. She knew, and Tengku Fatima was very excited. And Tengku Fatima remains of our legends. One day, the her leadership, a secret resistance was formed. She worked together with local warriors, sailors, and merchants to defend the islands of Riau. She used not technology, but she used her knowledge of the sea to block Dutch colonial ships and protect the kingdom birds. Though the Dutch were powerful, Tengku Fatima resistance made it difficult for them to gain full control. Fighting and feeling angry, but also in the courage, wisdom, and love for one's people. History may not tell us she won or lost, but in the hearts of her people, Tengku Fatima had already became legends. So, my friends, in the next time you hear the waves of Riau whispering in the wind, remember voice of Tengku Fatima. She is not just a princess, but she is a leader, a warrior, and a legend. Of Embung Fatima. Long ago, across the shimmering waters of the South China Sea, there stood a kingdom of islands, the Riau Lingga Sultanate, a proud Malay empire of poetry, trade, and honor. On one of its emerald isles, Pulau Penyengat, a girl was born into nobody. Her name was Embung Fatima. From childhood, Fatima was curious and sharp, well understands and plays. She listened to the elders speak of diplomacy, war, and faith, treaties and tricks. Then came tragedy. Raja Yusuf died suddenly, and the throne was left in silence. The council gathered. The winds whispered. And for the first time in Riau Lingga's history, they crowned a sultanah, Embung Fatima, the queen of a sea-bound realm. Her appointment stunned many. Some elders thought. Foreign powers scoffed. Even allies hesitate. Could a woman rule a kingdom? But Embung Fatima rose with grace and steel. She called on the post to restore the court spirit. She negotiated with traders to protect the people's rice and spices.
Across the time, and his name is Raja Ali Haji. He was born around the year 1808 in a noble family in Penyengat Islands. Since he was young, Raja Ali Haji loved to read. He reads about many books. He reads about languages, religions, history, and culture. And book were his best friend. One day, he looked around and said, "Our people need guidance. Our people need knowledge." National hero of Indonesia in 2004. Raja Ali Haji may be gone, but his word still live on until now. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I think it's the end of my story. Thank you very much for your attention, and see you next time. Last beautiful word from me. Thank you very much. Wassalamualaikum Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
You honorable judges, and all my beloved audience. Today, I want to present a storytelling under the title, The Story of Hang Tua. Once upon a time, there lived a small family who lived in a village called Sungai Duyung. The small family was Hang Mahmud, Dang Madu, and their baby son, Hang Tua. One night, Hang Mahmud dreamed that the moon descended from the sky. The light from the moon fell directly on Hang Tua's head. As soon as he woke up, Hang Mahmud immediately hugged his son. With tears in his eyes, Hang Mahmud thought that it was a sign that his son would become a great child. But always failed. Because of that, Hang Tua was given a title of admiral. On the other hand, Hang Mujabak was jealous of Hang Tua's achievement, and he turned to try him. He learned that Hang Tua and Tuteja, a palace lady, were in love. Then he spread slander that they were committing adultery. The king was furious and punished to death. Tua was still alive. Hang Tua was freed and ordered to defeat Hang Jebat. A battle between the two men was inevitable. And ultimately, Hang Jebat is died in Hang Tua's arms.
And just every day, several months later, finally his mother got to forget about his father. She realized that she had to work hard. She did a lot of work all day. Unfortunately, she still didn't get enough money for her family. Malik could stand with his mother suffering. For him to go. Why? She was dead. His Malik never come back like his father did. At last, his mother allowed him to go. Several years later, he became a rich sailor. He had many ships and crowd. He married with a beautiful girl and had a 3 children. Getting started, Malik was school here more. After finishing his business, he went to sailing with a wife and children. The sea, the sky is the lifting. The heaven lifting. The rain was failing. Their ship hit rock and grace.
Beautiful princess they put in London. She was known because her gentle heart and flowing hair and her graceful smile. Everyone admired her, not just because of beauty, and because of her humility and her kindness to all, whether it was poor or rich. Every day and every morning, she walked through the village and greeting the elders and playing with the children. She often helped the sick and helped to give the food island, Indonesia. He was best known for his book that called Tufan Al-Nari, a significant classical Malay literary work. Raja Ali Haji was born in a family with rich history in the Malay society. His father was a respected leader, and her mother was come from a noble family. One fascinating aspect of Raja Ali Haji's life is his role in developing Malay language and literature. That I still need to learn. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and all the honorable judges. Today, I would like to tell you an interesting story of a great woman from Riau. Her name is Tunku Abu Sharifah Latifah. Latifah was the queen consort of the last Sultan of Siam, namely Sultan Sharif Qasim II. She was born in 1896 into a Malay noble family. Her father was Tengku Pangeran Enggung Jaya Setia, and her mother Tengku Aisyah. She was a prominent figure from Riau who advocated women's emancipation and education. Her father was just glaring at her with anger. Latifah felt anger burning within her, but instead of crying or being mad, she chose to study, spending the time alone on her isolation without anyone knowing. And so I'll read a book, or maybe two or three. I'll add a few new paintings to my gallery. I'll play guitar and cook and bake exactly. Just wondering when will my life begin? And I keep wondering, wondering, wondering and wondering when will my life begin? Latifah told her husband about that. Oh my love, I always wanted women to study, to work, and have the same status as man. But this dream keeps echoing in my mind. I wanted to. Don't worry, my love, I got it. You wanted to make school for women, didn't you? Sure, let's do it together.
See like a tiger's claw. His vision, protect the people, uphold the student's law, and guard the dignity of the Malaysia. One day, his guard rusted. My lord, four ships are spoiled ahead. 3 of them. They're flying off flag, and they refuse to stop. Then we saw a reminder whose ship this is. He stood tall on the deck, his voice loud and clear. Lower the sails, raise the Riau flag, let them see you are not afraid. As they approached, the foreign captain shouted, not is your friend, but is your enemy. And that's the way hell is spread. Then the foreign captain laughed and gave the order to fire. A cannonball missed their ship by just meters. My brothers, for the honor of Riau, for our Sultan, and for the freedom of our sea, attack! The battle was fierce, waves crash, swords clash.
Untuk nominasi juara 1 sampai harapan 3 ya Bu ya?
Iya, sampai
Harapan 3. Kita bacakan dari terurut harapan dulu ya Bu ya?
Boleh. Oke, boleh
Dari
Pak.
harapan dulu ya, biar agak ini sedikit dia ininya.
Iya, betul.
Oke, kita bacakan mulai dari harapan
Musiknya
3.
Pak Sudirman, kasih musik sedikit ya.
Mohon maaf, kami kami Dewan Juri hanya membacakan nomor sesuai dengan nomor urut. Ya, jadi kami tidak mengenal itu nama siswanya siapa dan dari SMP mana. Jadi Bapak Ibu, kami transparan, tidak ada menilai walaupun itu SMP 16 atau apapun bentuknya, kami tidak ada melihat apapun bentuk ininya, transparan. Bentuk hanya nomor peserta. Terima kasih Bapak Ibu. Kami akan bacakan nomor urut harapan 3. Jatuh kepada peserta nomor urut harapan 3, jatuh nomor peserta urut 1. Mana nomor 1?
Nomor urut 1 jatuh kepada peserta dari SMPN 26 Batam.
SMPN 26.
Oke, silakan.
Oke, luar biasa.
Oke, kita lanjutkan.
Untuk foto bersama kita nanti.
Harapan 2. Oke, jumlah nilai, total nilai ya. Bapak langsung bacakan total nilai harapan 3 dengan total nilai perolehan 233 poin. Terima kasih. Berikan tepuk tangan sekali lagi untuk harapan 3. Berikutnya, harapan 2 jatuh pada peserta nomor urut 5 dengan jumlah nilai 234, selisih 1 poin aja nilainya. Oh, tepuk tangan sekali lagi. Ini dari sekolah mana Bu?
Dari sekolah mana Bu Lydia?
Harapan 2.
Deh kalau nggak salah ya.
Harapan 2.
Iya.
Oh.
Mohon maaf salah sebut.
Mohon maaf.
Mohon maaf dulu ya.
Mohon maaf ya nak ya.
Mohon maaf Bapak Ibu karena yang disebutkan Bapak tadi perikatnya.
Maaf.
Perikatnya.
Iya, salah.
Nomor
Peringkat
urutnya.
Nomor urut 14. Harapan 2. 14.
Oke, dengan nomor urut 14 peserta dari SMP Permata Harapan B.
Silakan.
SMP
nomor urut
Permata Harapan
14.
B ada, kayaknya udah pulang deh. Ada SMP Permata Harapan. Iya, oh ada. Oke, silakan maju sayang. Oke, harapan 2.
Oke, harapan.
Silakan.
Harapan 1 jatuh kepada peserta nomor urut 6.
Nomor urut 6. Peserta dengan nomor urut 6 berasal dari SMP IT Umul Kuro.
Oke, SMP IT Umul Kuro. Silakan. Silakan. Ya, oke, lanjut.
Ya, congratulations for harapan 1 sampai harapan 3. Sekarang kita masuk ke juara 3. Ayo, ada yang mau juara 3? Oke, juara 3 jatuh kepada nomor urut peserta nomor urut 5.
Peserta nomor urut 5.
Peserta nomor urut 5.
3.
Tepuk tangan sekali lagi. Akhirnya ada peserta ya.
SMPN 54 Batam.
Tepuk tangan
Dengan
lagi.
jumlah nilai 256.
Oke, silakan. Oke, lanjutnya.
Baik, juara 2 jatuh kepada
Agak ditahan sedikit Ibu.
dengan
Iya,
jumlah
agak
nilai
ditahan. Ya, siapa ya?
Penonton yang menyimak tadi kira-kira nomor berapa?
Dengan jumlah nilai
75.
275.
Siapa
Ayo,
kira-kira?
Juara 2.
Ya, juara 2.
Goes to nomor urut 20.
20.
Nomor urut
lanjut untuk juara 1. Iya,
Juara
kita
satu.
dengar dulu musiknya, Pak. Iya, juara 1. Kira-kira siapa ya? Penonton yang setia tadi siapa kira-kira? Ayo. Siapa nomor berapa? Oke, gak sabar lagi. Silakan, Ibu Dewan Juri.
Juara 1 dengan jumlah nilai 277 goes to number 13.
13.
Luar biasa.
Berapa Bu? 16 ya?
Sampai 16 Pak.
Wow, keren. Mana suaranya?
Bapak Ibu pendamping mau foto bersama, kita boleh ke depan.
Bapak Ibu
Kita foto
pendamping
bersama
silakan
dengan
kita